Hello everyone, in this video we draw the LR parser for the grammar yes read opening bracket closing bracket LA and L read L comma S comma S. So we start. So the first rule for the LR0 for drawing any grammar is augment the grammar and numbering. Grammar and number it. So how we do this? The starting symbol is yes. So we consider first yes dash. Read S. This is the 0th number. Now this yes read the two grammar. This is the first one, this is the second one. So we write separately, first for this, second for yes read A. So opening bracket L, closing bracket, this is the one grammar which yes is read, second yes read A, third L read L comma S, L read L comma S, this is the one, and L read yes, this is the second one, L read S. Now number it 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the first step. Now second step, draw DFA. Draw DFA. So we draw the DFA. So we start from first 0th position. So we draw from here. So yes dash read yes, this is the first 0th grammar, and before that only we mention the dot symbol. So yes dot yes dash read dot yes. Now dot yes dot, if after dot any non-terminal is present, then write all the grammar of the non-terminal, means capital letter. If after the dot the capital letter is present, then all the grammar regarding that capital letter write here. So for yes we have two grammar, 1 and 2, write both with the dot symbol in front of that grammar. So yes read dot opening bracket L yes. Now after dot the terminal is present, so terminal is present, then we not write for that again. Now next for the yes, one more yes is present, A, yes read dot A. So this is also a terminal. So we stop here, we not again write any grammar in below of this, because only just we mention the grammar if after the dot the capital letter, which is nothing but the non-terminal, is present. So here is also terminal present. So further we not write anything. So this is the first state, I0 state. Now we visit one by one. So first here yes. So this yes is read for yes dash read yes, and we move this dot operator in front of the next position. We change the position one by one character. So first when we change this, so this change is respect to yes. So we write yes and shift this dot operator in front of yes. So yes dash read yes dot, and this is the next state. This is I0, this is I1, and again we not write anything in below of yes dash, because when the dot operator is reached to the end of the grammar, then that time we are acceptance state and we not further do anything. Now we visit first grammar. Now second grammar. So we transfer this dot in first position. So this changes with respect to opening bracket. So the opening bracket, and this changes what we do, yes change opening bracket dot L closing bracket. Now Again, is anything right in below of yes? Yes, because this after the dot the capital letter which is non-terminal is present, and if non-terminal is present, then write all the grammar with respect to that non-terminal. So now this L is read two grammar here. L read L comma yes, and before that write one dot operator, and L read dot yes. This we write only. Now again after this L is present, and for the L we write the grammar here itself. L read comma yes, and so that's why we not write again. Now next dot yes, so we write all the grammar with respect to yes again. So this yes read dot opening bracket L closing bracket, opening bracket L closing bracket, and one more is yes read A, yes read dot A. Now again anything we write further? No, because this is the now terminal, this is also terminal. So this is our final state. So we write here, and this is our I2 state. Now this third grammar now. So this third grammar. So this yes we change the position with respect to A. So this changes with respect to A. Read yes read A dot and I3. So now this I0 state is completed. Now we visit to I1. I1 has only one grammar, yes dash read yes dot, which is acceptance state. Now we move for the I2 state. So now I2 state has yes read. We visit one by one all the grammar. So first one is this. So yes read opening bracket dot L closing bracket. So we move this dot with respect to L now. So with respect to L we move the dot yes read comma opening bracket L dot closing bracket. Now after this dot the terminal is present, so we not need to more explore. So this is the final state for this. But again if you check here, then we want to shift this dot operator with respect to L again, because L is present here, also L is present. So instead of writing two times L, we write only one L and shift in one state only. So this L changes with respect to L. So L dot comma yes. If you write two times then also okay, but always we write DFA in short way. So that's why we write only one state both of the grammar, because both are changes with respect to L. After the dot which character is present, we change this second state with respect to that character. After dot L is present, after dot L is present, so we change with respect to L. Now this is also completed. Now we move here. So L read dot yes. So we change this with respect to yes. So yes L read yes dot. So this is the one state, and we not more explore this because here nothing is present. This is the acceptance state. Here also terminal is present, so we not explore more any grammar in further. So this is also now completed. Now we visit here. Yes read dot opening bracket L closing bracket. But if you see, this same grammar is present here. Yes read dot opening bracket L closing bracket. So if we explore this more, then what the grammar is comes, this dot is changes with respect to comma here opening bracket. Then this grammar is shifted like this. Yes read opening bracket dot L closing bracket. Then this after the dot operator the L is present. So we write all the grammar of L. So L read here, L read L comma yes, and L read S, so dot yes. Then again after dot yes is present, so we write all the grammar of yes. So let's show you why I am telling this. So yes read, then opening bracket L closing bracket, then one more yes read A, yes read A. So it is same like this I2 state. If you check this yes read opening bracket dot L, opening bracket dot L closing bracket, L read dot L comma yes, L comma yes, same this state we get here. So instead of writing the double, what we do for this state opening bracket, we create loop itself in I2 with respect to this opening bracket. I hope all you get idea what we do here. Instead of creating one more state, we only create the loop here itself for this. Now for yes read dot A, so dot A, this is also present here, yes read dot A, and where we move from this state I3, so we directly move here from I3 for A. Now this is also completed, so I2 is completed. I3 also only one state present, which is acceptance state. Now we move here, this is I3, so let's suppose this is I4 and this is I5. Now again this, so yes read opening bracket L dot closing bracket, this state is present here? No, so we need to explore in further. So let's we create one more state with respect to closing bracket. After the dot close is present, closing bracket is present, so closing bracket, then yes read opening bracket L closing bracket and dot. Now again anything we explore more here? No, because after dot nothing is present. So this is the separate one state, and this is, let's suppose, I6. Now for this L read L dot comma yes, is this grammar is present anywhere here? No, this is the separate grammar, so we explore more in further. So we change this with respect to comma. So with respect to comma, what we do, L changes L comma dot yes. Now after the dot yes is present, which is non-terminal, so we explore more. Yes read all the grammar of yes, so opening bracket L closing bracket, opening bracket L closing bracket and dot present, and yes read one more A, so dot A. Now anything explore here? No, so we stop here. So this is the one step state, so I7 state. So this is we completed here, this we completed here, this is the single state, so no need to do anything because this is the acceptance state. Now for this grammar, we now visit here for this state. So this changes now with respect to yes we do, and shift this dot at the end. So I write here this changes, so this changes with respect to yes here. So L read L comma yes and dot, this dot is shifted now end. So anything we explore more? No, because this is the acceptance state, so we stop here. So we completed first grammar. Now second grammar, yes read dot opening bracket L closing bracket, this same state we see here in I0 state. Yes read opening bracket L closing bracket, and from this state where we move, I2 state we move with respect to this comma. So instead of showing the arrow, we write here for this grammar we move for the I2 state, the grammar where is present, and from this state where we go, consider that state. So this grammar is present in I2, I0, but from I0 we move I2, so I2 we write. Now again for this last grammar, yes read dot A, So where it is present? Here it is, I0 state. And from this yes read dot a, where we move with respect to a in I3 state. So we write for this grammar I3 instead of showing the huge arrow. So this is our final I8 state. So total we draw the DFA in 8 state. Now we move for the next step, which is drawing the parsing table. So let's we start. So here itself we draw for our simplicity instead of changing the page. So here we start from 0, I0, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6, I7 and I8. So vertically all state we write, and horizontally all the terminals and non-terminals. First we write all the terminals. So which terminals are the present? Opening bracket, closing bracket, small a, and yes, enough. These are the terminals. So we write all the terminals here. Opening bracket, closing bracket, and a, and one more terminal is present here, comma. This is also terminal operator. So we write this also here. And now terminals are the completed. And as I mentioned in previous video also, always after completing the terminals, we always write one dollar symbol. And from this dollar symbol, now we write all the non-terminals. So non-terminals are present here, S and L. These two are the non-terminals. So S and L, these are the non-terminal. Now we check one by one, complete all the things. So in I0 state, for the opening bracket where we move. So this is the move for ESI. Now I0 state move opening bracket in I2. So this is not the acceptance state. So we write, instead of I2 we write yes2, because the shift operator, we shift this bracket to I2. So we write here yes2. This is the I2, we shift this opening bracket, so yes2. So we write yes2. Now for the closing bracket, I2 and closing bracket. So we not move for the closing bracket anywhere from the I2, I0, I0. So we not do anything. For A, from the I0 state we move A at I3. So this is the I3 state. So we write here S3 state. S3 state. We shift A in I3 state. So S3 state. Now comma. So here we not do anything for the comma from the I0 state. So we not do anything. Now dollar. We also this is I0 state is not the acceptance state. So dollar is not mentioned here also. Now from this I0 state, for the terminal, yes, we move for the I1. This is the I1 state. And for the non-terminal, we not write I1 or S1. We write only numbering. This is the 1, I1. So we write number 1. For the non-terminal, we write numbers. And for the terminals, we write shifter. Yes. And in front of this, write the state number. For I1, this is the acceptance state. Nothing is going outside from the I1. So, and this is the acceptance state of the starting symbol, which is yes. Yes is our starting symbol. So this is the acceptance state for the starting symbol. So that's why we write this I1 here in dollar acceptance state A. And here no any symbol going outside from the I1 state. So we not write anything here. Now I2 state. So in I2 state, first opening bracket. So in I2 state, if we see, then opening bracket go in itself I2 state. Here loop is formed, so I2 state. So I2 opening bracket is I2, and this is not the acceptance state, so it is, we shift this, so yes2, I2 we write in yes2, so yes2. Now closing bracket. So for the I2, the closing bracket is not going anywhere, if you see, so we not write anything. Now A, from the I2 state, A is go in I3 state, and I3 state we write ES3 because we shifted A in I3, so this is ES3. Now from I2 we see comma, so I2 for the comma we not go anywhere, so we not write anything. And now dollar we not consider because it is not the acceptance state. And now yes is the non-terminal, so I2 and yes. So from I2 the yes is go for I5. So now this is the non-terminal, so we only write the number, so 5. For yes we write 5. Now I2 and L. So from I2 L is go in I4 state, so we write 4. Now I3. So I3 is the acceptance state, and it is not the acceptance state of the starting symbol. So if this acceptance state of the starting symbol means like I1, then we directly write in front of dollar acceptance, but it is not the acceptance state of the starting symbol, but it is the acceptance state. So the grammar is yes read A dot, and this grammar is present at the second number for the numbering. So we write here reduce R2 because this grammar is present at the second number, and I3 is the acceptance state, so we write here R2, R2, R2. Now I4. Now from this I4 the opening bracket first. So from I4 the opening bracket is not present, go anywhere, so here nothing is present, we write. Now closing bracket. So from I4 closing bracket is go to the I6, means closing bracket shifted to the I6, so we write yes6 in front below of the closing bracket, yes6. Now I4 and A, I4 and A. Now I4 and A. I4 is not shift any A from anywhere, so here also not coming anything. Now comma. I4 shifted this comma to the I7, so we write here yes7 in front of in below of the comma, and dollar is not coming because this is the acceptance state, and no any acceptance state is present in I4. Now for the yes and L. So I4 yes and L state non-terminal is not shifted anywhere, so we not write anything. Now I5. So the I5, where is the state? I5 here. So I5, this is also acceptance state, but it is not acceptance state of the starting symbol. So right now here we perform the reduce operation, and where this state is present, this is present at L read S, is the fourth number state, so we write R4 because this is the acceptance state, so we write reduce, so reduce 4, so we write here in I4 which is acceptance state, and R4, 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 R4 and R4. Now I6. For the I6, it is also acceptance state, of which yes read opening bracket L closing bracket, and it is present at the first number, so and it is acceptance state, so we perform reduce, so R1 we write, so R1, R1, R1. Now I7. This is the I7. So from this I7, now opening bracket. So opening bracket is not go anywhere. Closing bracket also not go anywhere. A, so A is go here, I3 this, and for the I2 what is the opening bracket, sorry. So opening bracket go in I2 state. So we write here opening bracket I2 means yes 2. Now closing bracket is not go anywhere. Now A is go in I3 state. So we write here S3 state. So S3 state. Now I7 and comma. I7 and comma. So comma is not go anywhere. Now dollar is also not come for the I7 because it is not the acceptance state. Now yes and L. So yes is go in I8 state. So we write, and yes is the non-terminal. So we write number 8. So we write yes 8. And now L. So from this I7, L is not go anywhere. So we not write anything. Now next is I8. So I8 is the acceptance state. And this grammar is present at what number? This is the present here in third number, and this is the acceptance state. So we perform reduce, means R3. So we write here R3, R3, R3. Now the table is constructed. Now we move ahead for string. The next step is we construct the stack. Now we implement the stack. So for this we consider the input is opening bracket A comma A closing bracket, and as I mentioned in input always we write dollar at the end, and for the stack starting of the stack we write dollar, and we start from 0th state. So we write here 0 because our grammar is start from 0 number, and here we write action. So we start to solve this one by one. So now from 0 means I0 state. This 0 we see in opening bracket. So I0 see opening bracket in our table. So I0 and opening bracket is S2 means shifter. So we write here action is shifter this opening bracket as S2. So we shift in stack $0 opening bracket, we shift opening bracket and number is 2. So here in stack always complete with the number. At the top of the stack number is present always. In LR parser, LR0 parser. Then now we move ahead. Now here this opening bracket is shifted. So now A comma A dollar is present. Closing bracket dollar is present. So now 2 and A. I2 state for A. I2 state for A is S3. Means shifter S3. So shift this A with S3. So we shift here $0C2 and A. We shift A and number is 3. Which number we write here? Mention here. And always here number is the top of the stack. Now next here A is shifted. So now what is present? Comma A closing bracket and dollar. A is shifted. So now 3 and comma. I3 and comma. I3 and comma. So here R2 we forgot to write because for the reduction we write all the row R2. Here as we write R4 for each state, here also we write for everything R2. So for R3 I3 and comma R2. So this is the reduce now. R2 means reduce. So we reduce. Action is reduce. What reduce? R2 means 2 number grammar. So in our grammar for the 2, yes read A is present. For the 2 number, yes read A. So reduce yes read A. Now we reduce this A with yes. So we cancel hold this A and 3. In LR0 parser, when we reduce for any one variable, that time we reduce one variable and one number for one variable. If here 2 variables are present, then we reduce 4 character, 1 and 2. This is whole thing we consider as a 1. This is whole thing consider as a 2. But now here only A is present, so we reduce this A and 3 for the A, and this remaining stack as it is C2, and this A3 is reduces for yes. This A is reduced for yes, so we write yes. And now as I mentioned, we always top of the stack is number for LR0. So now we see which number we give here. So this 2 and yes, so I2 for yes. I2 for yes is 5. So right here 5. Now our top of the stack is number present, and this as it is, comma a dollar closing bracket. Now 5 and comma. So I5 and comma. I5 and comma is R4. So R4 means reduce, and now at the 4th number, R4 means at the 4th number what is present? L read yes. So we reduce L read yes, and for one variable we reduce cancel one variable and number, means these 2 things we cancel. So for one variable we reduce one variable and one number. So these whole things we reduce here for the yes. So write remaining as it is 0 C2, and this yes 5 is reduced for L. This yes is reduced for L, so we write L. Now we want number, so from where we get the number? We see I2 in L. I2 in L is 4. So we write 4 here, and this comma a closing bracket dollar, right as it is. Now this 4 and comma, I4 and comma. I4 and comma is S7, means shift. So shift S7 for what? Comma. Comma is shifted to S4. Sorry, S7, not 4. S7. Here I4 and comma is S7. So S7. So we shift this $0 C to L4, and this comma is shifted here, and number is 7. Now A closing bracket dollar. Now 7 and A. I7 and A. So I7 and A is S3. I7 and A is S3. So we write here S3 means shifter. So shifter what? A with S3. This A we shift with S3. So $0 C to L4, and now this A which we shift here, and the 3 number. Now closing bracket dollar. Now 3 and closing bracket, I3 and closing bracket, I3 and closing bracket R2. R2 means we reduce 2 number grammar. So 2 number grammar is yes read A. So reduce yes read A. So For the one variable we cancel this one variable and one number, so this. Now next 0C2 L, this is the L, 4 comma 7, and this A is reduces. So now this as it is, and what we reduce, yes is reduced for the A. And now we want numbers, so 7 and yes, so I7 and yes, I7 and yes, 8 is present. If you see carefully, I7 and yes, 8 is present, so we write here 8 number. Now next I8 and closing bracket, so I8 and closing bracket is R3, means reduce 3 number grammar. 3 number grammar is L comma yes, so reduce L comma yes. So here 3 variable we reduce, so for each one variable and number. So this is for the yes, this is for the L, and this is for the L. So 1 2 3 here 3 variables are the present, so total 4 terms we reduce from here 1 2 3. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 we cancel it. Here 1 we reduce, we cancel 2. Now variable into 2 we cancel from the stack. Then here 2 variables are the present, then 2 variables 4 character we cancel, like this. So here 3 variable are present, we cancel it 6 terms, 3 variables 3 numbers. Now the remaining is $0C2, and what we reduce for this whole L. Now this L we want number, so I2 and L. So I2 and L is 4, so we write the number 4, so 4. Now closing bracket and dollar. Now I4 and dollar, so I4 and closing bracket, I4 and closing bracket is yes 6, so we shift yes 6, so shift yes 6 with what, closing bracket. So we shift this $0C2 L4 closing bracket and number is 6. Now dollar. Now I6 and dollar. I6 and dollar is R1. So we reduce one number grammar. One is yes read opening bracket L closing bracket. So reduce yes read. Now here 3 variable are present, so how many character we cancel from the stack? 6. For each variable 2, means one variable one number. So from like this 3 variable and 3 number we cancelled. So 3 into 2 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 and 3. So these are the cancelled 6 character. Now stack 0 dollar. 0 and dollar. I0 no. For this whole term what we reduce yes, so we write yes. Now I0 and yes. I0 and yes is 1, so write here 1 number. Now I1 and yes dollar. I1 and dollar is accepted, so the string is accepted. So I hope all you get the idea about how it works, and if not, then let me know in the comment box. I definitely help you. Now the last step is draw the parser tree. For the input is opening bracket A comma A closing bracket. For this we draw the parser tree. So we go from the bottom. So first non-terminal is this. Yes, read, and yes is our starting symbol in our grammar. So we start from this. Now the non-terminal is, next non-terminal is L here. This is the closing bracket which is terminal. We not consider the terminals, we consider non-terminals. So first grammar, second grammar, third grammar, then fourth grammar, fifth grammar. These are the non-terminals grammar. So one by one we consider. First yes. So we start from yes, read, opening bracket, L, closing bracket. Now this L read, L comma yes. So L comma yes. This is completed, this is completed. Now next yes read A. Yes read A. Now next L read yes. L read yes. Now yes read A. Yes read A. And what we want? Opening bracket, A comma A, closing bracket, this step, and we get this from here. So our action is correct. We get correct parsing tree, parse tree. So this is the way how we find out the how we perform the action for the LR0 parser. Now if any doubt or any query in any step, then let me know in the comment box. Thank you.